Good afternoon. Let's look at some lists from the Las Vegas Open, shall we? Okay, so, I mean, there were a number of Ironjawz lists, but unfortunately they placed either 148th or worse. So, this kind of comes back to the idea that, really competitive good players don't want to play weak armies. You want to play an army that's actually good. So a lot of people that would have played Ironjawz probably played Big Wah. But let's look at some lists anyway. So here we have Brian Mathers. We have a list. This is a Bloodtooth list. I went through some of these before, and the vast majority of these lists are all Bloodtooth. And the first list that we hit, it's like the 7th or 8th list down the line in terms of scoring or ranking before we hit a non-Bloodtooth list. So, I mean, Bloodtooth is still the way to go. So what do we got here? So Grand Strategy Wah, we'll probably see this every single time. That's cool, right? That's an easy pick for Ironjawz. Bloodthirsty Triumph, sure. We have a Auric Weirdom Shaman with Hoarfrost, fantastic. Gorgrunters love Hoarfrost. We have Gordrak for 10 more points. I don't really like this. I would rather it be 2 Mega Bosses on Maw-Krusha. And the reason is just because we have +1 save. I know that Gordrak does technically do a little bit more damage if we were to actually go look at our stats here. Here we have Gordrak. Let me just make this a little bit bigger. Oh, can I not? There it is. So, against a 4-up save, Gordrak is doing like 17.41. If he gets either his Cunning or his, I can't remember what the name of the other weapon is, but essentially what Gordrak has. Gordrak has two things that the other Mega Boss on Maw-Krusha doesn't. One is that his Mightying Bellow can be issued to any friendly units, so it means you can use like triple redeploy, triple move, and triple run and so on for Cruel Boy and Bone Splitters units. It doesn't have to just be Ironjawz units, which is fine. Like, sure, like that's a nice little bonus. And the other thing here is he has his Smash, I don't know why it says Dest and kind of it should be Smash, and Cunnin. So these weapons, they deal extra damage if they're either fighting a wizard or if they're fighting a non-wizard hero. So you can only get one at a time, but it does up the damage a little bit. Yeah, I mean, it says if an unmodified wound roll for an attack made with Cunnin is a 4-up and the target is a wizard, the target suffers 2 mortal wounds and the attack sequence ends. So basically it's crit to wound. Well, on a 4-up. So it's not even like if you successfully wound, it's just if it's on a 4-up, because the wound is on a 3-up. So, I mean, fine, but you can see that the Gordrak does do a little bit more damage than the base Maw-Krusha, and I guess Smashing Cunnin does do more damage. So I guess if you're gonna run 2, that you can have Gordrak be the second one, but what you're doing is you're giving up a +1 to save. But you are getting more damage because the Maw-Krusha has Destroyer, and so we would be comparing Gordrak to the Destroyer Maw-Krusha. So I mean, if he is fighting a wizard or a hero or something, I guess it does work. So you know what? I think if you are going to take 2, I think that Gordrak probably is a good second choice. I've changed my mind. Like 1 Maw-Krusha is better than Gordrak in your list because you're pumping out similar damage, but you have +1 save. Great. But if you're going to take a second one, I think Gordrak is probably the way to go. Mega Boss on Maw-Krusha with Mega Bossy. Okay. Yeah. Destroyer, Fasten, fantastic. War Chanter, we have 2 Get 'em Beats, so you can only cast one of these or use one of these a turn. You can't use both. So I generally like Fix and Beat, especially if I'm going to be playing a Maw-Krusha, because one is going to sit beside a Maw-Krusha and heal him up, and the other one is going to be sending in like pigs with Get 'em Beat and such. But, I don't know, like maybe you play tested this out and feel like 2 Get 'em Beats is the way to go. Sure. It just means that you're only getting 1 beat a turn. You can't use 2, you're only getting 1 beat. But this way you're guaranteed to get your Get 'em Beat where you need it, when you need it. And if one War Chanter goes down, you still have your Get 'em Beat. So it looks like this list is pretty aggressive. So maybe that's the right way to play it. Battle line, we have 1, 2, 3 non-reinforced units of Gorgruntas, and then a unit of Ardboys to kind of take out the back line. Sure, looks totally fine to me. The only thing about this list that I really would push back on is Warlord. So your opponent, you're going first with this list. Your opponent's going to make you go first most times because You are not fast enough. And what artifact are we taking? I didn't see two. We have Destroyer, or what enhancement I should say. What else are we taking? I don't see the other enhancement. With a Warlord Battalion, I don't see anything. Interesting. Maybe it was a spell and the Shaman also has a Blizzard, but I don't see what it is. Let me know in the comments below if you see it. I don't see it. What's the second trait here? Oh yeah, and Gordrak also can't take fast either, which is a bummer. So, I mean, I don't know. This list is fine. It's not really getting me excited. 2 Mega Boss lists for Ironjawz. I don't know. Like, I think one of the problems with Ironjawz is that they burn out pretty easy. Like, you can have a really explosive turn 1, turn 2, but then by turn 3, by turn 4, you've run out. And I think that this problem is made worse with having like two big Maw Crushes. It's half your list, right? It's half your list. Half your list is in 2 models. 1 has a 4-up save. So I don't know. All right, let's see. So the second ranked Ironjawz list, we're at 150. This is Gabrielle Pacheco from War Room Gladiators. Let's have a look at this list. Ironjawz, Bloodtooth, Wa, and Inspired. Cool. Orc War Chanter with Get 'em Beat, and another Orc War Chanter, this time with Fix 'em Beat. Mega Boss on Maw Crusher with Destroyer and Fasten, all pretty standard. Weird Knob Shaman with Shaman of the Chilled Lands and a Great Big Green Handed Gork. When I play Ironjawz, I run lists similar to this. If you're only going to have 1 Weird Knob Shaman, I think Shaman of the Chilled Lands is pretty good. If you're going to have 2 Weird Knob Shamans, you know, 1 has a teleport and 1 has like Blizzard or Hoarfrost. But I mean, it's good, like totally fine. 1 unit of Brutes, and then 2 units of Reinforced Gore-Gruntas, and 2 units of Reinforced Ragers. Good. And this is a 2-drop list here. So, you know, we're being really aggressive here. I would love to know how this player found these 2 units of Brutes, how they worked out, or these Ragers. They deal the most damage per point, so there's a lot of value here. So I really like this list. When I play Ironjawz, I tend to have a Reinforced unit of Brutes, but I could definitely see playing some Ragers instead. Yep, looks good. Really Gore-Grunta light, though. Like, well, actually, never mind. It's 2 times 6. Never mind. That's pretty good. I like it. I like this list. It's a good list. Pretty standard. Again, I wonder how the Ragers worked out. Well, I mean, I guess we can tell, right? Because we have the scores right here. So 3 and 2, sure, it's a respectable score, right? Same with the other Ironjawz list. Okay. Let's see what number 3 is. Here we have another 3 and 2 list. This looks like this 22 points looks like a victory, but not by much. I wonder what happened in that game. Interesting. So this is by Jeremy Cooper from A Victorious Secret, playing Ironjawz. Another Bloodtooth list, another Wa. 2 times Inspired. Mega Boss on Maw Crusher with Destroyer and Fasten, Orc War Chanter with Kill a Beat. I mean, I don't know, Fix and Beat feels so good when you're healing up. You have a lot of high wound stuff, like even the pigs, right? Like the Gore-Gruntas, even they have 5 wounds apiece, so being able to heal D3 feels pretty good sometimes on them. Orc, Weird Knob Shaman, Shaman of the Chilled Lands with the Great Big Green Hand of Gork. Sure, sounds good to me. And a Web Spinner Shaman. Why? A Web Spinner Shaman. We have so many points left over. We have 35 points left over. So this Shaman can cast Mystic Shield. It's technically a Locust. But we have points left over. This could just be another Weird Knob with Blizzard. I mean, that seems better to me. What am I missing here? Let me know in the comments below. Yeah, like, what am I missing here? I don't know. So we have a reinforced unit of Gore-Gruntas, a single unit of Gore-Gruntas, a reinforced unit of Brutes, and another single unit of Gore-Gruntas. And then we have Iron Skull Boys and Morgoth's Crushes. Interesting. It's 160 points. And then we're a high drop list. with Warlord. What did we take for Warlord? Was it a second Inspired? I mean, I'd rather be 2 drops. I mean, of these 3 lists, I feel like the one in the middle was the most standard, and this list I liked the best. Right, this is the 2x6 Ragers list. It's 2x6 Gorgruntas and 2x6 Ragers. 2 drops. Feels good. These other lists, I don't know. I'm not really feeling them. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Ironjawz have not been performing super well. I think they just need a little tweak in their book for them to be competitive, but I don't know. Let me know what you think of these lists in the comments below. Thanks to the patrons. You guys are the best. Come check out the Discord. Tell me in the Discord. Let's have a conversation about Ironjawz and these lists, and I don't know. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe,